Vipassana is a technique that consists on sitting down, closing your eyes, and observing your breathing. Breathing has to be natural, and you just have to observe it. That is it. You don't have to do anything else. You will sit and watch your breath with your eyes closed. The position to hold while practicing Vipassana has only one fixed rule, which is to keep your back straight and your head slightly forward. Keeping this rule will help you in two ways. First, it will help you stay more alert. Second, for you to fall asleep will actually be more difficult. There are two types of sleep. The one we all know, which happens at night when we are in bed, while falling asleep psychologically, it is the type of sleep that all Buddhas refer to when they speak. When a Buddha talks about sleep, he means the psychological situation that arises when we are hypnotized by our own thoughts. Thoughts follow one after the other without us realizing it. We find ourselves completely identified with the thought. In this psychological state, we no longer exist. All our energy is given to thought. This hypnotic state is one in which all men find themselves. We are hypnotized by our own thinking. We are not even responsible for what we think. What we think about is decided by the society we live in. This is why an enlightened master like George Gurdjieff defined man as a machine. Unfortunately, he is right. We think we choose what we think, but we are wrong. This choice is made by the type of society we live in. This is why there are capitalists, communists, Muslim, Christian, Orthodox societies, etc. Gautama used to say the men are full of desire. Desire generates thought. Thought generates a hypnotic state. Gautama the Buddha was much more refined, more polite. He found himself living in a completely different situation from Jesus. Jesus used to say he came and found men completely drunk. Jesus and Gautama describe the same psychological situation using different anecdotes. So, we are all drunk with desire. This means that we are hypnotized by thought. This definition is direct, clear, very important for those who decide to practice Vipassana. When we sit down to practice Vipassana, the thought will move widely. We are drunk, so we have to accept this fact. We are drunk for life and life without even realizing it. As we begin with Vipassana, we will existentially realize what power has thought on us. Until we sit down and practice Vipassana, we do not realize how full our mind is with thought. The moment we should like to observe our breath, all our thought will not allow to do it. This is completely normal. It will take time for you to observe the breath without the presence of thought. The position of the body is useful to help create a new psychological situation right for observing the breath. The position should be comfortable, keeping your back straight but not too comfortable to fall asleep. Look for a middle ground between being comfortable and not being comfortable. Sitting in a chair is fine. The chair should not be too soft or hard. Use a pillow or better a small blanket folded in four. The chair should not cause pain in the butt, even if you sit for a full hour. The chair can have a backrest or not. If the chair has a backrest, this must be straight and not bended. If you decide to sit cross-legged, this can be helpful. If you are not used to sit cross-legged, it will be difficult to sit for a full hour. Hatha yoga can be very useful for people who want to meditate by sitting cross-legged. Whether you are sitting on a chair or on the floor, this should be a new posture that you have never used before and that you will only use for Vipassana. This will form a new association between mind and body. Whenever you sit in the specific position you have chosen for meditation, it will be easier for the mind to calm down and stay alert. Mental associations are important. Thoughts follow one another thanks to association. The next thought is generated by the previous thought. If you can observe this functioning of the mind within you, it will be of great aid for you. For example, in your current thinking, you are thinking of the neighbor's dog barking and disturbing you. In the next thought, the neighbor's dog will become the dog you had as a child that you like so much. The next thought will be to think about the house you lived in when you were a child. This continuous association can go on indefinitely. All the attention to your breath can put a stop to mental association, but it does not have to be direct. You have to watch your breath without judging your mind. Judging is just another mental association. So, if you judge yourself, you will continue with the usual mental mechanism of association. No transformation has happened to you. Vipassana is generally practiced for 1 hour at a time. Of course, you must never open your eyes for the duration of the meditation. The eye should be closed gently, effortlessly, relaxed. If at first 1 hour is too much, this means that the mind starts to get nervous and thoughts follow one another too quickly. You can vary the duration and reduce it. For some meditation, you can sit for 30 minutes and gradually increase it to an hour. Once you meditate for 1 hour, get used to meditate at the same time and for the same duration every day. It is also important that you choose the same place to meditate. If you have a small room in your house that you do not use, you can turn it into your temple, where you will practice Vipassana every day at the same hour and for the same duration. If you do not have an extra room, a corner of the house is fine. This corner will become your temple. It does not seem important to meditate every day in the same place at the same time, but unfortunately it is. Meditation works on very subtle energies. To be able to realize this, our mind must become very sensitive, and only then will it be able to realize it. This is what Vipassana does. It makes our mind super sensitive. It is a total transformation. When a baby is born, his mind is super sensitive to everything. The child is aware of many energies that man is not aware of. The man has completely lost his sensibility. This is why Jesus said, "Only men who will become like children will enter in my kingdom of heaven." This means only men who discover their sensitivity will be able to enter the kingdom of heaven. To be continued. Thank you for listening.